I'm going to tell you about the strange little man in my area I told you about. He lives on Sycamore Grove near where I live, like maybe a 2-3 minute walk from where I live. Do you know what I mean? Now I think his name is Paul. I've heard him talking to one of his construction buddies, and they're referring to him as Paul. And this guy is a bit strange now. It took me a while to find out that he hates me for being a distance runner. He's very, very passive aggressive. The most passive aggressive person I've ever come across in my life. Do you know what I mean? First of all, it started. I think I was just walking down the streets. Was I walking down to the shop? Probably walking down to the shop. I can't remember. But this guy Paul, he has a greyhound called Phoebe. Very strange name for a greyhound. And sometimes he lets Phoebe off the lead to run around, which is kind of wrong, because it's a bit dangerous, because greyhounds are very fast, and speed kills, kids. And I was walking down the hill, minding my own business, when Phoebe ran towards me, and then Paul walked over and he screamed at the top of his voice, "Phoebe! Phoebe! Get back here!" And it was very loud, very aggressive, and I was like, Jesus, man, what do you have against this dog? You're the one who let it off the lead. Like, come on. Do you know what I mean? I thought this guy was like a bit of a lunatic, a bit of a psychopath. And do you know what I mean? He did that a couple times. Then there were times where I was walking down the streets, probably heading down to the shops, probably from what I can remember, and Paul would be walking up the hill. He'd see me and he'd look away like that, and I'd look at him like, what are you doing? What is this about? Jesus. And I was just staring at him like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And I wanted to challenge him. I decided to make eye contact when I was out running. I was running past his house. He was doing some construction work. I made eye contact, and he looked at me, gave me an angry look, and just looked away. And I was like, Jesus, man, okay, this guy is a weird, grumpy prick. He's not very friendly. He seems to live in the house alone, apart from that dog Phoebe. And I was like, geez, maybe that's the reason he's on his own, because he's such a grumpy prick. I mean, I was thinking, Jesus, if he got into a relationship with somebody, he'd probably start screaming at them and bullying them, because he's so such a dick. Do you know what I mean? But one day I was walking up the road, Sycamore Grove, and there was construction workers working on the strange old man's house, and they were asking him a question or something, one of the construction workers, and I was thinking in my head, oh my god, shut up, he's gonna start screaming at you. And I'm like, jeez, man, if I was working in there, I'd be like, I wouldn't even make eye contact with the guy. I'd just avoid him as much as possible. But he actually answered this guy's question, and he was very polite answering the question, and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, what? Does this guy have something against me? Like, he seems civilized enough when he's talking to other people, you know what I mean? And I couldn't understand it. I was like, what did I ever do to this guy? I don't even know the guy. I never even spoken to him before. But the truth came out when I shaved my head. Now I shaved my head around September 2017, and one morning I was cycling down to the Dublin Novice cross country in Phoenix Park, and I had my head shaved. I came second in that race, and do you know what I mean? I was cycling past the strange old man's house, and the old man saw me from a distance coming down the hill, and he folded his arms and started smiling at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was shocked by that. I was so used to that guy like ignoring me, and everybody in the area just ignoring me, and me feeling like invisible. I was like, this is weird. Jesus, what's going on? All I did was shave my head. And do you know what I mean? So I expected when I shaved my head, people give me like worse treatments. At the athletic club, they were kind of slagging me a bit for it, but around my local area, people seem to treat me a lot better because I had my head shaved. That was really weird. And do you know what I mean? And if he knew where I was headed to a cross country race, he might have thought differently. But a couple days later, I was out for a run around my local area. I was running up by Sycamore Grove, where the old man lives. And I was running up the hill, minding my own business, expecting nothing out of the ordinary to happen. And suddenly the old man runs out of his house, and he stands on the top of the hill staring down at me like, and I'm like, okay, that's a bit weird. I look away for a moment, then I look back at him, and he has his hands on his hips, and he's looking down at my legs going, looking very angry. And I'm like, Jesus, man, this guy obviously hates distance runners. Alright, that's what happened. I got the idea in my head now that what happened was I shaved my head. He didn't recognize me. He thought I was a different person. So that's why he started treating me better, because he didn't think I was a runner. You know, that's the thing, because he hates distance runners. He saw me. That's what happened. He saw me out running before, and he hated me seeing me out running. So he absolutely despised me for it, and that's why he was so passive aggressive. That's why when he was walking down the street, he was looking away, trying to avoid making eye contact. Do you know what I mean? That's why he screamed at Phoebe to come over to back to him when Phoebe ran towards me, because he was afraid of having to say sorry to me, apologizing to me. He didn't want to even make eye contact. Do you know what I mean? He wanted to stay away because he was angry at me for being a distance runner. Do you know what I mean? Because you know, I've seen him before. He let his dog off the lead, and his dog Phoebe started running around annoying some old woman in my area. And you know, Paul, the weirdo, put up his hand saying sorry, you know, because he obviously didn't have anything against that old woman, but he obviously hates me for being a distance runner. Do you know what I mean?